Emotion have to be controlled by the human being, that it is giving out a point of evolution, not on that way that if you are angry goes to kill somebody or to hit somebody. Motions, they are always on this kind, like the human being, them use or prepare, always wrong. They are not good. You have these motions to use them on this way that you start to control them, and the best thing what's going out as result of them to use for yourself and for your evolution. You understand what I mean?
Yeah. Billy, there are many people that are fascinated with the continent of Atlantis. Was that a Pleiadian continent? Did the Pleiadians have something to do with Atlantis?
The Pleiadians have nothing to do with old Atlantis. The old Lurians and Vegans had something to do with Atlantis. I mean, some parts of the Lurians and Vegans who had stations here on Earth, who was living here on Earth, but they got trouble together and so, and then they destroyed Atlantis. Through an Adonis, this means a small or a big asteroid they brought to Earth and destroyed Atlantis with them. We have a story, Semyase told us such a story about Atlantis and what's happened there. It's all written in the contact notes.
Yeah, I read that. It was fascinating how it all came to an end. Yeah. There was a city called Mu that they had a...
Mu, I think, was the capital city of the enemies of the Atlantis people. And Mu was, how I know, or I think, in the Chinese desert.
Are there any people left from Atlantis or Mu, or any of them still here?
There shall be some people left, and they shall live in underground cities near the Himalaya, India, and they have bluish color on the skin. I have seen it once in India, 3 people with bluish color, and I think they came from there. It was absolutely abnormal in India to see people with blue skin.
Would kind of stand out, wouldn't it? Billy, speaking of colors, in our galaxy, are there a lot of other human life just like us?
Yes. There are some more than 42 million different human races.
With many different colors of skin, I suppose.
With some round about 340 or 350 different colors.
Mm-hmm. Are many of them visiting Earth?
No, not many.
We hear many stories.
The Plejadians, they told me there will be about 3,000 or something in-flyings to Earth atmosphere each year by UFOs. But the mostly of them are such one who are exploring the Earth, and also are they always the same races, the same peoples who comes here. There are not many aliens who comes to Earth. There are some, of course, but not so many how the people is telling around the world.
Yeah, they seem to be landing every day in California.
Yeah.
Where did the American Indian come from?
The American Indian was one of the first three races who was created here on Earth.
How were we created on Earth? How were we created?
You mean the first man?
Well,
Yeah.
that's a story.
Yeah.
The first creation of human, this was what shall I say? Schleim.
A lot of it still exists.
How did it happen?
Welcome to side 2 of the Billy Meier interview, taken in January of 1989 by myself, Randolph Winters, at Billy's home in Smidrudi, Switzerland. And we've just been talking to Billy. We're going to pick up here in the conversation where we're asking him about how the first man came to be on the planet Earth.
How were we created?
You mean the first man?
Well, yeah, that's a good story.
The first creation of human, this was what shall I say? Schleim.
A lot of it still exists.
How did it happen?
You know what's one cellar?
Yeah. One cell, like a single cell amoeba, or?
Yes.
Mhm.
The first human on Earth was starting as a one cellar. And then he came as a whoppering kind of something. And drew out of them slowly came out and growed up the body of the human being.
Did it start in the ocean?
It started in the ocean.
What about the theory we came from apes?
That's absolutely idiotic.
Where did the apes come from?
The apes, they have the same thing like the human being. They